The wrestling world is reeling after the shocking events that unfolded between Paul Heyman and Jon Moxley, a confrontation that has taken professional wrestling beyond the boundaries of typical feuds and promos and straight into a seismic clash of legacies. What began as a war of words has exploded into something far more dangerous, personal, and history redefining, because this is not merely about reopening old wounds. This is about rewriting the very foundation of WWE's two most dominant factions, the Shield and the Bloodline, both of which were built on chaos, loyalty, and the pursuit of power, and now one man claims he not only created them both but also destroyed them both, while another man refuses to let that claim stand unchallenged. Paul Heyman lit the fuse with his chilling words, and Jon Moxley is now ready to explode in a way that could forever change the WWE landscape. It all started when Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose, released a cryptic promo drenched in venom where he unleashed fury not only at his former Shield brothers Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns but at the very mastermind behind so much of WWE's manipulation, Paul Heyman. Heyman, true to his nature, did not remain silent. He walked into the ring, eyes blazing, microphone in hand, and uttered words no one in the WWE universe was prepared to hear. With ice-cold calm, he proclaimed, "I built the Shield. I created the Bloodline. And when the time came, I destroyed them both." No theatrics, no music, just words that echoed like thunder, shaking the very core of the arena. For the first time, the truth seemed sharper than any chair shot, and fans realized this was not Heyman's spinning hype. This was a declaration, a confession, and a calculated power move that reframed a decade of WWE history. Heyman painted himself as the puppet master behind the fall of the Shield and the rise and war of the Bloodline, even hinting that Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, may have been nothing more than his greatest pawn. Every betrayal, every collapse, every period of domination, it all might have been pieces on Heyman's chessboard. Moxley, hearing this, refused to stay quiet. Backstage sources revealed he responded immediately, not in the ring but through a private message that has since gone viral across social media. And in classic Moxley fashion, it was raw, blistering, and dripping with unfiltered rage. He twisted Heyman's own legendary words back on him with one chilling line, "You can't stop me, Paul Heyman. Not now. Not ever." A line that diehard fans instantly recognized as a callback to Heyman's defiance in past wars, now repurposed as a direct declaration of vengeance against the man he holds responsible for shattering his brotherhood. This is no longer just grudge talk, it is revenge long overdue. Moxley has not forgotten how the Shield fell apart, how betrayal replaced unity, how pain replaced trust, and now he is coming for the man he believes orchestrated it all. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns has remained publicly silent, but insiders claim he is furious backstage, blindsided by Heyman's audacity to claim credit for his reign as tribal chief and to reduce his legacy to little more than puppet strings. The cracks between Reigns and Heyman are widening, and if Moxley returns, those cracks may burst open into a full-scale war. Rumors swirl that Moxley's return to WWE is imminent, with reports of him being spotted near the Performance Center and whispers of a secret deal with Triple H for a surprise appearance at a major event. Whether it's a backstage ambush, an interruption during a Roman promo, or a face-to-face collision with Heyman himself, fans are bracing for an eruption. Heyman's promo did more than rewrite history, it ripped the roots out of WWE's most iconic alliances. He mocked the past by labeling Roman his tribal chief, Seth his architect, and Dean his loose cannon, then arrogantly declared he created them only to discard them when they no longer served his purpose, like broken toys. For Moxley, this was personal beyond words. This wasn't about championships or spotlight, it was about blood, betrayal, and retribution. He is coming not for Roman, not for Seth, but for the manipulator behind the curtain, the man who dares to play God with people's careers. Now the WWE Universe is standing on the brink of a reckoning. Because if Moxley steps back into this war, he won't be the same man who left WWE years ago. He has grown darker, colder, more dangerous, hardened by battles across the wrestling world. And Heyman has awakened that fury. What he thought was a masterstroke of dominance may in fact be the gravest miscalculation of his career, because now three of the most dangerous men in wrestling, Moxley, Roman, and Seth, are staring directly at him, each with their own score to settle, each shaped by betrayal and destruction. Seth Rollins, the ultimate strategist, is watching from the shadows, calculating whether to join the fray, whether to rewrite the ending to a story Heyman thought he authored. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, must now decide if he was the leader or the puppet all along. And Moxley, the embodiment of chaos, is preparing to burn everything down to make Heyman pay. This is no longer about feuds or titles. This is about legacy, pride, and the exposure of a man who thought he could control history. The stage is set for a confrontation not of gold but of truth, a reckoning that threatens to shatter everything we believed about the Shield, the Bloodline, and WWE itself. The storm is here, and Jon Moxley is walking through the fire with blood in his eyes, ready to dismantle the myth of Paul Heyman once and for all.